Hey guys, hey guys, hey guys, hey, 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 hey. Hello, foodie booties. Hey everybody, it's me, Zach, and this is Potato, and welcome back to our channel. Now, y'all, I wasn't even sure I was really gonna post a video today because I'm kind of sort of in the middle of being real annoyed with TLC / Discovery / the people responsible for the 1,000 Pound Sisters because I'm fighting with them over a copyright claim of last week's episode. So I'm not prepared to go and film a whole nother recap about the show just for them to strike me again. So I'm holding off on doing that content because I'm real annoyed by it right now. So I wasn't even gonna post anything today, honestly. I was just gonna chill. And then all this stuff started popping off in the old Chantal section of the internet, okay? And the old Chantal Marie Chantal show. Big Beautiful Me, Chantopolis, Flobby Bobby, Chantal Alrafe, well, maybe not for long, Chantal Alrafe, Chantal period, the Foodie Booty channel. And the first thing I saw about her today was that she was doing this like little self-imposed break from the internet. She said, I'm taking a break from the internet. I can't post right now until maybe sometime in the new year or something. But then of course still plugged her little Cameo because she's still gotta make the money, which by the way, I do have Cameo. Y'all were really hitting me up in the December months, and I did complete a whole lot of them. But if you're interested and you don't want a Cameo from the old Foodie Booty, you can always check out my Cameo link in the description box below. That's like, I never plug that, but every time I cover Chantal, she's always plugging hers, and I'm like, I really should be plugging mine a little bit more often, So anyways, she said she was taking her little break, but then over on the old Twitter, on the old twitter.com, which you can still type in twitter.com and it'll come up. You don't have to use X if you don't want to. But anyways, on the old twitter.com, there were some posts circulating from this Twitter account. The Twitter account is Charmota World X, okay? I'll type that out on the screen so that if you want to go visit it to see all the receipts, you can see them there. But this account started posting all these receipts of DMs with allegedly Sala. Allegedly Sala, since confirmed by Chantal that it's Sala. And I'm not gonna post too many of those receipts over here on my channel because that's not really what works for me and my family, because a lot of those messages were really fucking graphic. I mean, they were talking about like the most like depraved shit, okay? Like Sala, I mean, what do I feel comfortable saying? You know, I am kind of a pee-pee and poo-poo channel sometimes. We do sometimes engage in talking about pee-pee poo-poo over here. And let me just say that Sala was like, talk about wanting to take a poo on this person, wanting this person to like lick the toilet clean for him. Some weird, weird, depraved stuff, okay? And there were voice memos that like, this person played the voice memos and it sure as hell sounded like Sala. He was out here sending feet pics, and the Nancy Drews of the internet were over here doing side-by-sides of his feet from the pictures that this person posted, and pictures or screenshots from videos that Chantal has posted on her channel. They were even comparing like side-by-side shots because one of them was in a bathtub, okay? And they compared this picture of his feet in a bathtub, which like, y'all, are y'all into feet? Is feet y'all's thing? Is feet Sala's thing? I don't know. I kind of feel like this person just tried to get Sala to post like the most depraved stuff and say the most depraved stuff, because they also had a voice memo where they asked him to bark like a dog and he was barking like a dog, okay? But anyways, yeah, the people were comparing his feet in the tub to a small little snippet of a screenshot of the bathtub in one of Chantal's videos, okay? So just really wild, and a lot of people were questioning, like, is this fake? It could be AI. I mean, literally anything is AI these days, okay? I literally was at home for the holiday, and I had turned on the local news. I was like, every single one of these news anchors on this weekend news segment looked like they're AI generated. It was giving Uncanny Valley. And so, I think people were fair to be like, this could be AI. Who knows? Who knows? And there were some other red flags because the person who was posting all these receipts was also like, if you want me to keep posting, I have a Cash App, you can send me money, but then was still posting anyways. I don't know if people actually sent them money or not. Anyways, just a lot of stuff was going on, and everybody wasn't really sure what was going to happen. Of course, Chantal had started this day off saying that she's going on a YouTube break, so nobody really knew what would happen. Well, lo and behold, Miss Ma'am goes live. She goes live, and just like all of her lives in recent history, she's sitting in the middle of nowhere in her car because I don't think she wants to expose that she's currently staying with her mom or things like that. I don't really know what that's about, but every live we get is just her somewhere randomly in Canada with trees in the background, and she's sitting in her car. And so she comes on, and the live stream is called I Hate Men, I'm Done. And people are like, is this fucking serious, or is she clickbaiting? Is this an act? Is this for real? And I gotta tell you, I don't know that Chantal's a good actor. It was giving real to me. It was feeling real. Now, I'm not saying she's done with Sala forever, because I saw this woman go back time and time and time and time again to old Nodder Doodle Doo. So I could see a world where she keeps going back to him for sure, for sure. But I gotta tell you, it seemed real. She seemed genuinely upset. She came on immediately and saying, F this, F that, F you.
It's over. Oh, I feel like I'm gonna throw up. You know what's funny? He wanted me to protect him and not go live and say that it was him. I'm not gonna talk about anything about our private relationship, but why the fuck can you, when you can't talk. Why would I protect you when you've done nothing but, fucking kill me? Oh my god. He fucking cheated on me. He admitted it today. He was talking in a sexual way with Kay Bella. Fucking Kay Bella, you're a trashy whore.
I do have to say, I watched live as it happened. If you're ever looking for somebody to recap these things and cover it, there's usually all kinds of people that are stream sniping this stuff. And then on Twitter, I follow a person named Pete's of Shit. That's their name, okay? And they do a really good job of recapping things, usually live as they happen. They also recap all of the videos that Chantal posts, and so this is just a really good resource. I'm going to be referring to their recap as I go along here because I was watching, but normally I do a reaction and I watch it with you, and I already watched this, okay? And I also can't always remember everything, so if you see me looking over here, I'm looking at old Pete's of Shits. I'm looking at their recap. So yeah, she comes on and confirms that Sala came clean to her and that it was with a person named Kay Bella. So I guess Kay Bella is a beezer. I don't keep up with the people who are beezing in her chat. I don't give a fuck about the people who support Chantal Marie. I'm not over here paying attention to those people. I stopped paying attention when old Ashley Lamborghini or whatever left her chat a long time ago, or Plain Cheeseburgers, or you know who I really miss? Travanda, or Amna, who called me a frail yet slightly overweight elderly lesbian. I don't know who Kay Bella is. I guess I have been just so far behind on the people who are hanging out in her chat. But Kay Bella was a beezer. And I guess Kay Bella is probably also this person that was posted on Twitter. That's not what the account was called, obviously. But I think it was Kay Bella. I will say throughout the stream, Chantal seems to think that Kay Bella was genuinely interested in Sala. But if you read this person's tweets exposing Sala, it's clear that she was just trying to fuck with Sala, and she was trying to ruin Chantal's marriage with Sala, just for the record. I think there were a whole lot of red flags of that Twitter user, because they were posting about how there are some good things about having like a manipulative disorder or personality disorder or something like that. It was a lot, okay? So this person was really trying to just fuck with Chantal, and Sala's dumbass fell for it, which I think is ultimately on him for being dumb enough to think that something like this wouldn't get the fuck out. Also, this person posted a video of themselves responding to Chantal, so here's that as well.
Not Chantal calling me a whore when her husband was trying to convince me to go take out a loan so I can go and be with him for the next 2 weeks while she was in Canada. But, okay. I'm the whore for your husband's actions. I mean, if it wasn't me, it was going to be somebody else, Chantal. Your husband isn't faithful. Your marriage is fake. You're impulsive. You married somebody you didn't even know. Come on. When are you gonna learn? Also, not Chantal calling me ugly.
One of the first things that happened that sent off some like wee-woo, wee-woo, wee-woo sirens for me is I think we've all been speculating. I mean, she literally just made this whole entire ass video about wearing a hijab in Canada still, and how she was still a Muslim woman and how she was still going to honor that faith, and she would do it even if she was no longer with Salah. And she almost immediately, one of the very first things she says in this fucking live stream is that she doesn't think she believes in God, and she doesn't understand why she's wearing her hijab still.
Oh, Kuwait arc is over. I don't even believe in God right now. Why am I wearing a fucking hijab? I don't believe in anything anymore.
So that's just lovely, Chantal. I'm so glad that people's religion and or culture is just something that you can put on and take off whenever the time pleases you, whenever you get cheated on by your man. She did a whole lot of yelling at Salah, talking about how she's gonna pawn off her wedding ring. Talking about how she hopes he feels miserable just like she felt miserable when she cheated on BB.
For me, I know I cheated in the past. And trust me, I learned my lesson. I felt like such a fucking piece of shit. Like I hope you feel like now. And not just that. I never cheated since. I would never do it. Because you know what? The worst thing is you feel like you don't know the person that you were with for so long. Like, how they could consciously do something like that and it wouldn't tear them up inside. You're more worried about your reputation of you and your family. Fuck that! I don't give a shit! I mean, I cheated, I know, but I'm just done. I'm done. Like, I don't want that stress. Like, that's one thing when you're in a relationship you always have to worry about, is my partner being a fucking loser. Yes, they most often are. I'd rather be alone. And I said to him at the beginning of our relationship, I said, if you just don't cheat, if you fall out of love or whatever your fucking issue is, be honest and just leave me. No, I would never leave you. I love you. No, you don't. You don't love me. You don't. And that's obvious now for sure. Like, people were right about you. That's the other worst part.
It seems like a weird flex to bring up how you cheated on a previous partner while you're getting upset on stream about your partner cheating on you. But, you know, I guess that's par for the course with Chantal. It's very much rules for thee, but not for me kind of a situation type of deal. There's one time where she was also talking about how, you know, she was picturing her life with Salah for a long time, and she did a weird thing where she slipped up and she said, I was imagining I would be married, and then stopped herself and said I would be happy with my husband.
Like, you just start thinking about everything you did with this person and they're living a whole other kind of... Ugh. Like, I would be married, I would spend the rest of my life with this person who, you know, in the movies, like, the husband and wife is, like, they have this, like, picture-perfect relationship. And then, like, the husband has some weird, or the wife has some weird fucking dark, disgusting fetish.
Which, I don't know, to me says what a lot of us have been worried about, or not worried, I don't know if anybody's worried, but a lot of people have been speculating that this marriage isn't really real, that it's not an actual thing, that she's not actually married, and she's out here kind of sort of telling on herself a little bit, I think. I think that was a little bit of a slip up in her anger. There were also several references or times where she referenced this idea that she didn't think that this is the first or only time that he's cheated. She talks at different points about how, you know, she thinks she was getting signs from God. A God which, by the way, at the beginning of the stream, she said that she didn't know if she believed. But anyway, she felt like she was getting signs from God that she wasn't supposed to be with him.
I had feelings like maybe it's not meant to be because nothing was ever working out. You know? Like, just a lot of things weren't working out. And so I'm like, is this a sign from God? Like, I'm not supposed to, you know? I don't know.
And just so you know, it wouldn't be Chantal raging about something if she didn't slip in the R slur, because she clearly just can't help herself from using that word no matter how many times people tell her it's inappropriate to do in fucking 2023, almost 2024, girly pop.
And to do it with someone on the internet? Like, are you fucking retarded? I even said to him at one point, I was like, well, I don't have to worry about you cheating on me with anyone, like talking to any girls, because you wouldn't be that dumb.
One thing she brought up during this, because she was like speculating what she was gonna do, right? Like, she was speculating, like, well, damn, I'm stuck in Canada now, so she was speculating the thought of moving in with Pete's again. And it's really interesting because she started exposing that, like, Sala wouldn't let her publicly be friends with Pete's, or like she had to hide that she was friends with Pete's from Sala, and she had to even like not talk about how she's seen Pete's while being in Canada.
Pete's, yeah, Pete's never cheated. He's like literally the only person I know with values and that he sticks to, and I like hung out with him, and I would have to keep my friendship with him secret. Oh yeah, I was talking to Pete's this whole time, and I hung out with him yesterday, so fuck you. I'm not gonna get rid of my friend for you. And I saw him when I got here, but I didn't do anything sexual.
And honestly, like, this is why I'm like, what the fuck did you expect from this relationship, girly? He was controlling who you could and couldn't be friends with, to the point that you had to lie about your friendship with Pete's when you've been friends with Pete's for years. Like, first of all, fuck you that you would even do that to a friend just in the name of a relationship and some shitty dick, okay? Like, first of all, fuck that. Fuck you as a person. Like, you should not ditch your friends for some pitiful ass man, just to be clear. But also, like, what was the basis of that relationship when you were also lying to him about who you were conversing with, who you were talking to, who you were engaging with? She also at one point holds up this picture of her cats, and then I literally chuckled, and you will too. And she let me just play the clip for you.
I was gonna auction this off. Someone painted this. No, I don't even have them anymore. I gave my cats away for you.
I gave up my cats for you. Yeah, you dumb bitch, you did. You did. You gave up your cats. You gave one of your cats to your biggest hater on the internet. You have no cats now. You don't have the two that you started with before you moved to Kuwait, and now you don't have the cat that you got when you were in Kuwait. You are dumb. You did that because all you think about is dick. You're willing to give up your cats. You're willing to give up your friendships like Pete's, your family. You You will give anything up for Dick, and it is so sad and pathetic, and I just have to laugh. I'm sorry, it was funny. I burst out laughing when you cried about giving up your cats, because you sure did. I don't know though, maybe all of this will inspire some sort of like CPAP rescue type of live stream where she hunts down French Fry Girl and tries to get BBJ back. She ends this particular live by talking about how she's gonna go to the place that she's been publicly boycotting, Starbucks, to use the bathroom and use a $40 gift card that she has for there. And she also promises to go live again later. So we'll see what that looks like. Obviously, you know, I'm not usually the girly covering Chantal that is up to date, but like I said, I didn't have any plans for a video today. I was sitting here and I was watching this all go down in real time, and I was like, let me just hop on here, because I gotta let y'all know my thoughts, and I gotta give y'all an update. I know y'all have just been waiting on pins and needles for a Chantal update that was actually interesting, because let's be honest, her time in Canada so far, not necessarily that entertaining or exciting. She promised us she was coming here to take care of her health care. She's done little to nothing in regards to that. She's got put on hold waiting for all this shit she thought was gonna be just given to her, and now she also doesn't have a husband. So there you go, Chantal. I hope your day is wonderful. I hope it's just going so great for you. The new year, or the year of 2023 is ending with a fucking bang over here. Anyways, that's all I have time for today. Let me know what your thoughts are down below. I'm gonna keep an eye on this. If there's more updates to give, I'll try to give them. I feel like Chantal might really be giving here. I know I've said that a lot lately. But I feel like there's so many new opportunities if Sala really is, like, for real gonna be out of the picture, you know what I'm saying? Like, the Sala arc really, you know, reined in some of her crazy, some of her nonsense, and so I feel like this is gonna be an opportunity for that nonsense to come back out a little bit, and, you know, that's what I live for. That's what I live for. Let's get some more naughty storytime mukbangs, girly pop. Let's try 12 more different stupid diets that are never gonna work for you. Let's get to, boo-boo. Let's go. Let me shut up so I can go edit this video. If you're brand new to my channel, make sure to subscribe down below. Hit the bell button so you get a notification every single time I post a new video. Make sure to leave me a comment, hit like, click share, and follow me on all my social media. I love you all so much, and I'll see y'all next time. Bye!